G'day internets, how's it going? This is the Bloody Staff Sergeant and his true blue Let's Play of Mechwarrior 4. Let's get this thing fired up and have a crack at those CapCom wankers while being fair dinkum to those battlers of Styk.
The Commonalty Alliance may be breaking up. It is clear this war has become far more costly than they anticipated. Their escrow accounts with the MRBC have been frozen, so if we do take this escort mission, it will be for free. It's your call, Commander. Escort the delegates pro bono, or head to another system now.
Okay, so this mission, as I've stated, you don't get paid for it. It's a pretty similar escort mission. You get dropped, you follow the waypoints, and you kill everyone you see. No payment, but I do have it on good authority that you do get salvage at the end. So that should hopefully make up for the loss of cash for our weekly cost and the drop. So what mechs are we running with? Well, for a start, we still got Atlas Cop, which I've changed around the loadout a little bit. We're also going to be running with the Awesome This Thread. No changes there. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. We also got the Mauler, all ranges all the time. It's been a while since I've actually done the recording. Like, this is the last video I did a couple of weeks ago, so I don't remember picking this one up, but obviously I did. So I'm going to be running with this one, and I don't know why I put regular SRMs on there. I'm just permanently confused at this point. Alright, so this thing should be alright for a city fight, even though I mean, it's got plenty of armor, it's got plenty of firepower. I should be able to outrange whatever we come across. And also, we're finally bringing in a Thanatos, which is not pronounced Thanatos. Thank you, internets. So, Bulletooth Thani, as recommended on the thread. I'll also point out right now that I am running this game at the moment with the HD pack. I got that download, I got it installed. I didn't really notice much of a difference until I got to the Thanatos. And as you can see, it actually looks fairly pretty, although the pink doesn't really stand out. Also, people were saying about the laser pods in the torso not being useful. We've got small PPCs in there, or light PPCs rather. So your argument is invalid. So Claymore should have a good run with that thing. Bring Beowulf as well. So I'm running the Mauler. We got the Atlas, Awesome, and Thanatos. Should be good for all ranges. Preferably short range.
Okay, Spectre. Let's get these delegates out of here.
Roger. Okay, Spectre Lance. Let's clear these nabs and catch a flight out of here.
A noble endeavor, then? Hardly befitting mercenaries of our caliber.
Leave the financial worries to me. You're still getting your pay vouchers.
If everyone is done second-guessing the commander, there's some capellans at Nav Point Alpha that need dealing with.
You heard the lady. Be sharp, people.
Roger.
This mission doesn't really give you much.
Clear us a lane. Convoy elements engaging enemy forces.
Protect my target.
Roger.
There isn't really much room to breathe at the start of this mission, as you can see. Like, straight up, they're getting hit by Bulldogs, a Demolisher 2, and the Argus. It's not the heaviest firepower, it's just the fact that you don't really have any time to plan and get ahead.
Roger, Spectre. Roger. Copy.
So just keep unloading those Ultra AC5s. It'll go down eventually. So this mission, beyond the fact that you don't get paid for it, and also it's not the easiest mission at all. Oops.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Roger. Roger.
I've actually had to redo this mission a few times. The reasons why is the first couple of times my lance mates derped severely. I tried doing the first time, because it's been a while since I played this game. I took a 2-week break from doing this, and I kind of forgot about lance-mate orders, and so they kind of just stayed back at spawn, and they were kind of completely useless. So that was my fault. The next few times, at one point, I got severely wrecked in one of the early fights. I think against like this Argus, I got hammered severely, and I just went, no, I'm not gonna. There's going to be a heavy fight at the end, and I'm not going to survive that. So it actually happened a couple of times. The one which really got up my goat is the fact that it was going extremely well. We were up to this fight. I knocked down the Argus right next to one of the limousines, and the limousine kind of exploded.
Targets destroyed. Targets destroyed.
And
Roger, lead. Roger, Spectre. Roger.
actually not. We're doing okay, but not too okay. As you can see, I've got some severe red in the center torso. Should probably stop trying to get mixed up, but the problem is, this is a classic escort mission. This is the one that can be hair-pulling at times, because
Take out the designated target.
Roger. Roger, lead. Roger.
you're playing catch-up from the beginning, and the convoy goes fast enough that you can't really pull
Capellans
ahead.
at Beta, mechs and tanks.
City militia engaging Capellans at the spaceport. You may want to push ahead, sir. The drop ships are still in pre-flight power-up. They're sitting ducks.
This is going from bad to worse. Moving to Gamma. Over.
Agreed. Remaining Spectre elements have finished loading
Oh,
all
crap.
company assets. We are ready
Fire
to
again,
burn
fire
the
again.
drop ship as soon as you get back from your mercy run.
Don't remind me.
Okay, so I think the idea of this point is you just, fire on them as you go along, and then you can just ignore them. The problem is that Bulldog at the front of the convoy kind of got destroyed, so yeah, that Argus would have a field day against
Take
it.
out the designated target.
Roger that. Copy. Copy. Convoy has passed Beta.
So you're playing catch up. The convoy moves at a fast enough pace, especially because I'm running with assault mechs, which you kind of need. Means that you don't have enough time to pull ahead and properly clear out the zones before they arrive.
Enemy detected.
The exception is probably that last point that we just cleared out, that the Argus is still being engaged at. Because in that case, we can cut straight across, and the convoy has to follow the road.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Take
Oh,
out the
great,
designated
catapults.
target.
Roger. Roger, 6. Copy.
Enemy detected.
Just got to point out, somebody was saying in the thread about them taking the time to name all these buildings. I think that's just because of just being in the resources. They haven't actually gone through and go, alright, this building is that, this building is that. Because at the start of the mission, I'm fairly certain it's nothing but correction facilities and parking lots. And now we've got megacore buildings and computer research. Oh, there's a corrections facility.
Take out the designated target.
Roger that.
Okay, so this bit right here was probably a bad idea. I pulled way ahead of my guys in order to engage. There's a pair of catapults, and there's a Thanatos in the mix as well. If I get hit by one good salvo at the front, they're gonna take me out easy. I mean, the amount of armor I don't have in my center torso is a bad thing. And what's even more annoying is the fact that they haven't. There we go. That's critical damage now. Yeah, I know people have suggested ways to like throttle down to improve the aim, which I do. Like I've taken that advice on board, so I appreciate that. But there's shit. But I mean, you gotta balance it between being able to shoot straight. Oh, here comes the convoy now. Crap. Balance it between being able to shoot straight and not getting hit, which is why I generally stay at full throttle most of the time. I'm just trying to keep up the pace and evade enemy fire for as long as possible, even though it doesn't always work. Okay, that's good. Now my guys are getting mixed in. Shit. Well, the good news is I haven't taken any heavy hits to the torso again. The bad news is I've lost one arm. Oh, that just had lasers. That's not too bad.
Target destroyed. Roger, lead. Roger, Spectre. Copy.
See if I can dance around this Thanatos. Oh wait, 360-degree torso twist. Forget about that bit. And for people who like, there's a lot of there's been a few comments from people like, why don't you drive this mech? I should probably try to get some more of those in. The problem is, after a while, you get up to assault mechs, and then it's just you stick with assault mechs. So I might see if I can run a Thanatos in the later mission, but most likely it's just going to be with Solaris.
Transports, Mountaineer assigned dropships. Thanks for the escort, Spectre. Your kind is a dying breed.
And we're almost done. As soon as Claymore knocks out, there we go.
Lance, that ends it. Let's hook up with the rest of the company and find some gravy contracts.
Target neutralized. Targets destroyed.
Most noble of you, Commander. Styk is dissolving into chaos and we've got no further business
Great.
here. The FedCom civil war is coming to a head, and it looks like Hesperus 2 and Talon Vernke are the major hotspots. Seems like we may have to choose sides soon to keep working.
And yet neither of those places will actually show up on the map. So we're 2.5 million into the hole. We've got 2 mechs of the crippled, and our pay for it is a catapult and a couple of weapons, which probably isn't going to cover it. But still, nobility score. My god, the nobility score. Let's see how bad the repairs are. It could be worse. I mean, we could sell with that catapult. I think they go for, what is it, 6-7 million? So, might cover it. So, there you go. That's the end of Styk. And the only other places at the moment that actually have jobs is New Exford, which again, I'm not going to go through with just yet. The reason why is because that's actually against clanners. And I don't want to go unless I've got some more assault mechs to fill out my company. For good reason, you'll understand as soon as we get there. So for now, we're going to go to the only other place with missions, and that is Solaris. Yep, we're finally going through with a gladiatorial arena. So that will be the next video on here. Going to Solaris, going through all of the tournaments. I'll probably also get a video out about all of the different weapon systems as well, because we're probably at the point where all those weapons are available. So we've salvaged a hell of a lot, and gotten a fair few mech kills as well. As you can see there on the right, the Solaris ranking, that will actually go up as soon as we get to Solaris. So be able to see that go from rookie all the way up to champion, hopefully. So I will see you guys around next time for some Solaris mech action. If you do want to suggest any more mechs, probably by the time this video comes out it'll be too late, unfortunately. So I'll see you guys around next time. Operation 16 was our first exposure to our mech of the mission, or at least the first that didn't involve said mech trying to obliterate us, the Luthian Armor Works MAL-1R Mauler. Built around long-range AC-2 autocannons and a set of LRMs, this 90-ton assault mech focuses on long-range combat, sniping enemy units from afar. Sporting average armor for its weight, the Mauler is definitely not a brawler mech, and has great difficulty fighting in urban terrain, although the later -3R model is less effective due to replacing the 4 light autocannons with a pair of LBX-10s. The actual service history of the Mauler is confusing. The FedCom claims that it's a new design from 3052, despite the fact that Draconis Combine had the Dabaku, an almost exact clone, in service as early as 3038, though it suffered numerous problems, including an ejection system that would fire if the case was activated. The running theory is that after the Dabaku's baptism of fire, the DC abandoned it completely, while the FedCon captured several and improved the design, and, as with the Flea originally being known as the Trooper, was renamed the Mauler in order to avoid the stigma of the original design.